Hi guys, Big Monday here and welcome to another OP Combos video. This one is... I've picked Tusk for this just because I think it works well with him, but mostly I can't decide on an exact build that will make this optimum, so I'm just going to show you the sort of the meat of it and then I'll let you decide because they're all pretty ridiculous. Okay, so the thing that makes this work is that what a lot of people don't know is that as far as the Octarine core is concerned, the Battle Fury Cleave counts as spell damage. So if I drop my lifesteal and get Wraith King to walk away and I hit things, you see I'm healing from my right click. This sort of purple aura is spell lifesteal. So you see I'm getting quite a decent heal from that. I'll pick my lifesteal back up. So the way this works is you get a Battle Fury on a melee hero, you get an Octarine core, and then you right click things. And just to give you an idea of how much this is going to give you, you can see the build I've got here isn't fully damage orientated, and just to quickly do the maths, I have around 300 damage. The Battle Fury does a third of my damage as cleave, so let's say just for easy maths it's 100 damage, and I get I'm gonna say, let's say I'm in a good team fight. I'm gonna hit 4 targets. I mean, I could be in a creep wave and be hitting 10 targets, but let's say I'm hitting 4 targets. So that's 400 damage, and then I get 25% lifesteal. So I'm getting 100 lifesteal just from the cleave. And this is what makes this so ridiculous. So I'm getting 100 lifesteal from the cleave from my right click. So we get another lifesteal item as well. In this case I've gone Satanic, but partly because it's easier maths and it makes you really tanky.
Your top tower is on fire.
And it makes you really sustainable, but just any lifesteal item would be fine. So 25% lifesteal on that 300 damage, so that's 175. So there, I'm already healing for 175 damage every time I right click. I've got Wraith King here, and he's giving me 30%. He's giving me 45% lifesteal, which is, let's say, about 150. So I'm now lifestealing for 275, about 325. Okay, so about 300 damage every time I right click, and this is just from my right clicks. So that's like an alchemist ult easily, 325 damage. And if you just watch this, even without any spells, take some damage, and these guys are hitting me really hard. You see how long I can stay alive with this if I just halt those. Now, the reason I put it on Tusk is this works really well because having the lower cooldowns, because Tusk is a hero who can sort of dodge and he has a lot of outplay potential, I can use Tusk's abilities. Now bear in mind I'm going to get the lifesteal from these as well, so I'm going to get 25% of the damage these do. So this is 280 damage to 5 heroes, which is just for simple maths, after reduction, let's say it's about 1,000 damage. It's about 1,000 damage after reduction. So 25% lifesteal, I'm gonna get about 250. Yep, there we go, about 250. The snowball
Your bottom tower
200
is on
damage.
fire.
So I'm going to
Your
get
bottom tower has fallen.
about 180, 200 if I don't have other heroes in with me. Let's just get my health
Your
low
middle
again.
tower is on fire. The enemy's top tower is toast. Your middle tower is under attack.
So if I don't have other heroes in with me... Oh, that was big. That was like 300 damage.
Your middle tower is on fire.
Okay, if I do have other heroes in with me... let's just wait for my cooldown. Do a little bit more damage while I wait.
Got it. Snowball.
So we got like 250 heal from that. So you can see how big this is. It's like
This should be.
even without the
Tower is
nukes, it's like 200 and it's like 300 heal per second. With a 7.5 second cooldown, that
Your bottom
300
tower is
heal
under
between
attack.
all your nukes.
Better break out the fire
It
extinguisher.
averages sort of to like a 500 heal per second. So
Your
I don't
bottom
have
tower
that much
is
health. This is
burning.
going to be, if you don't get a satanic or something to make you tanky, it's going to be a little bit difficult to be survivable. But you see this build, I've gone for a bit of outplay potential. I've got a halberd, so
Yeah, sure.
I've got a silver edge, and then again on Tusk this works really well
Yeah,
because
sure. If you say
because I can drop the sigil to slow attack speed, and I can. So I'm already taking hardly any damage. I'm actually sort of. I'm sustainable now. Let's say I can go invis,
Under attack.
and then I can walrus punch, and the walrus punch cleaves and gives me a ridiculous heal. I can then drop my nukes. And the thing is, I can just sit in the snowball, and the reason I'm sitting in the snowball is to let the cooldown refresh. So it's 4 seconds in the snowball. That means I've only got 9 seconds of downtime, not including the travel time. Sorry, 3 seconds in the snowball. That's 10 seconds of downtime,
Snowstorms
depending
are
on the distance I travel. So if I go like that and let it, so 10 seconds of downtime. Okay, so the downtime doesn't start till it hits. But you see how this makes you insanely survivable. This sort of ridiculous amount of heal, and this will work on anyone who you would get a Battle Fury. Can get this insane heal, and you could build this on a damage hero. I mean, we could go. Let's drop our defensive items and get a little bit more aggressive. I mean, the Assault Cuirass isn't even that aggressive. So if I go attack me now, okay, I've got a lower HP pool, but I hit a lot harder. Okay, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Maybe I need something to hit even harder. Oh, I actually do less damage without the halberd. The halberd gives Tusk so much. And the silver edge is actually really good. I think I do less damage.
They started without me.
Just let me double check that.
Okie dokie.
So I expected 16 strength. Of course. This is pretty decent. 20, 40. So I'm kind of relying on the crit. Let me just drop those again. Yeah, I do more damage because of the amount of strength. I do more consistent damage. I suppose the crit. Really, I would have to go maybe phase boot if I wanted to do damage, and instead of the AC, I'd need another big damage item. Or an attack speed item, I suppose. To be honest, a heart wouldn't be bad, but you can see how this works.
Yes.
So the sort of the ridiculous amount of heal you get is it makes you really, really hard to kill.
The enemy's bottom tower is toast.
Now we'll find freezing.
And I've done this in a couple of games. I had a Magnus where I built an Octarine core, and I ended up on like 30 HP, and my nukes came back online. Dropped the nukes across a group. I managed to I hit a creep wave, and I got like 1,000 heal out of it over a couple of. Obviously, Magnus has cleave as well, so you get the cleave heal. You get the heal from his. It's just ridiculously good, the amount of heal you get. So go. I'm interested to see what people do with this now. Is that obviously you can see why it's good. The amount of sustainability you get, the fact that you don't look tanky because when people hit you, you take a decent chunk of health. I mean, these guys aren't even hitting. They're hitting fairly hard, about 200 and 280.
I'm under attack.
I'm not doing the maths, but so you take a fair amount of damage but you counter that by healing for like 300 damage per second, plus your nukes, which are just insane. So go and try this in a game, guys. Let me know if you get any really good combos with it. It's kind of there's not as much flexibility as I'd like, because we've got 1 slot, 2 slot, 3 slot, 4 slot to make this up. You would then need a slot for a TP, so I am kind of slotted here. Maybe it's about time I got a boots of travel if I've got this much farm. So one of these items you would have maybe a boots of travel. But you notice one thing I've not really gone over I've not really laboured on is that I've got somebody else who gives me lifesteal as well. So that can be Wraith King. He's a pretty decent one for this. It can be a Vengeful Spirit's a pretty good one because of her Vengeance Aura giving additional damage as well. She doesn't give you as much lifesteal, but the extra right click's pretty good. Lifesteal is pretty good, although he needs his active abilities to give other players lifesteal, but it's still pretty good. But that's the point, is just you give somebody so much lifesteal, including the Octarine's lifesteal from cleave, that in the middle of a fight, even though it looks like you haven't got a lot of health, your effective HP is just huge because you get so much heal. And basically, if you can dodge stuns or kite somebody until their stuns are used, as long as you can keep right clicking, you're very difficult to kill with this.
Your middle tower
Okay,
is
so
burning.
go and try it in the game, guys. Let me know how you get on with it, and have a good day, guys. Bye bye.